Welcome. Today's topic is on personal growth. It's not about the goal, the power of daily focus, strategic energy, and long-term thinking. There's a common theme among people who are trying to create more than they consume. At some point, they realize that transformation isn't a moment, it's a pattern. The real shift happens not when a goal is set, but when daily actions start to reflect a larger purpose. Here are a few insights from that journey, drawn from practice, reflection, and the experience of helping organizations and individuals grow beyond the grind. Energy isn't linear, work with it, not against it. One of the most underappreciated tools for personal growth or professional effectiveness is understanding energy waves. Many people are most creative in the early morning, fade in the afternoon, and find another surge of mental clarity late in the day. Structuring priorities to match these rhythms, creative work early, shallow tasks midday, deep focus late, can change everything. It's not about discipline alone, it's about aligning energy with action. Value comes from clarity, not busyness. There's a difference between motion and progress. Many professionals are stuck in execution mode, feeling productive but rarely moving the needle. The shift happens when leaders stop asking, "What needs to be done today?" and start asking, "What's the most important thing only I can do?" Value lives in clarity. And clarity often requires saying no more often than yes. Strategy requires space, minimize to think bigger. One common trap is mistaking success for a reason to stand still. When something works, especially a proven process or profitable model, it's easy to double down and repeat it. But long-term value rarely comes from repetition alone. Organizations and individuals need to carve out intentional time for big thinking. That often means minimizing commitments, simplifying routines, and creating white space in the calendar, not for the sake of productivity, but for perspective. The seeds of 10x thinking are planted in everyday conversations. Thinking long-term, years, not quarters, is a defining trait of strategic leadership. But not everyone gets a seat at the strategy table. That doesn't mean you can't shape the future. Strategic thinking is contagious. It spreads through questions, perspective, and idea sharing in the meetings you're already part of. The key is to plant seeds. Bring up expansion ideas. Ask, what would it take to 10x this? Even if you're not the one pulling the trigger, you can be the one setting the stage. Milestones matter less than momentum. High achievers often chase outcomes, whether it's a title, a number on the scale, or a business benchmark. But the most sustainable form of growth happens when focus shifts from the milestone to the motion. The real challenge isn't reaching a number, it's building the pattern that gets you there. Whether the goal is professional transformation, personal health, or relationship growth, the process must be lived daily. It's about showing up with consistency and intention, one choice at a time. Regret minimization, a better compass than fear. One of the most useful mental models for breaking out of the grind is the regret minimization framework, popularized by Jeff Bezos. The idea is simple. Imagine yourself decades from now, looking back on this moment. Would you regret not taking the risk? Not trying the idea? Not stepping away from the execution treadmill to think bigger? Fear often keeps people stuck. But regret often comes from not having tried. Final thought, the journey is the value. Growth, whether personal or professional, isn't something you arrive at. It's something you walk through, daily. The real progress comes from building small, repeatable patterns of clarity, consistency, and contribution. That's what creates exponential value over time. It's not about the milestone. It's about the momentum. It's not about reaching the top. It's about the discipline of movement. It's not about the title. It's about how you lead when no one's watching. In the end, the journey is the value.